Now that you know what an operating system is, let's cover how to install one. This is your rapid review for Objective 1.2, OS installations and upgrades. First, we have to solve the chicken and the egg problem. How do you run an installation program on a computer with no OS? The answer is using a boot method. The most common method today is booting from a USB flash drive that contains the installation files. In a corporate environment, you might use a network or PXE boot to install an OS on many computers at once. Other methods include using an internal recovery partition or even an internet-based installation. When you install, you have two main choices. A clean install is the nuclear option. It wipes everything on the partition and starts fresh. This means backing up your data is mandatory. An in-place upgrade, on the other hand, is a seamless transition. It installs the new OS while keeping all your existing files, apps, and settings. If your OS is corrupted, you might perform a repair installation, which refreshes the OS files but leaves your personal data untouched. In large organizations, technicians use deployment strategies for efficiency. Image deployment is like using a standardized blueprint. You set up one computer perfectly, create an image of it, and then rapidly copy that image to dozens or hundreds of other machines. Before installing, you must prepare the drive. This involves partitioning, which is dividing the drive into logical sections. There are two main partition styles. The older style is MBR, or Master Boot Record, which is limited to 4 primary partitions and can't handle drives larger than 2 terabytes. The modern standard is GPT, or GUID partition table. It's required for UEFI BIOS systems and supports up to 128 partitions and massive drive sizes. After partitioning, the drive is formatted. A quick format is fast, but doesn't securely erase data. A full format is much slower because it writes zeros across the entire disk, making it far more secure. Finally, before any upgrade, you have critical homework to do. First, back up your files. Second, check for hardware compatibility and ensure your applications and drivers will work with the new OS. For Windows 11 specifically, this means verifying your system has TPM 2.0 and Secure Boot enabled in the UEFI BIOS. Also be aware of the product lifecycle. OS vendors release regular quality updates for security and periodic feature updates for new features. That covers the core concepts for this objective. To recap, boot methods like USB and PXE solve the chicken and the egg problem. A clean install wipes everything, while an upgrade keeps your files and settings. Partitioning divides a drive. The modern standard is GPT for UEFI systems, while the legacy standard is MBR. A quick format is fast, but a full format is slow but secure. Before upgrading, always back up your data and check hardware compatibility, especially TPM 2.0 and Secure Boot for Windows 11.